Those About to Die, Peacock's Sword and Sandal trilogy, explores many aspects of the Roman Empire, including the little-known but very genuine group known as the Vestal Virgins. Those About to Die is an epic series that aims to capture the social and political dynamics of ancient Rome. It was released in July 2024. The show specifically explores Roman entertainment, featuring gladiators and charioteers from Those About to Die. More importantly, it highlights little-known details about that era while delving into the harmful impacts of these games. It can be challenging to distinguish between the sections of Those About to Die that are based on fact and those that were concocted in a writer's room because the show freely blends history with fiction. This is especially true in light of Those About to Die's several complex plotlines and enormous cast. On the other hand, a number of the historical drama's elements are not only authentic, but also connected to specifics that a small percentage of spectators would be unaware of. The Vestal Virgins in Those About to Die are one instance of this. Cornelia, Antonia's daughter, is introduced in Those About to Die Episode 4. Cornelia was taken away to be one of the Vestal Virgins. It turns out that Cornelia has extraordinary power due to her position, which Calla can use to protect her children's freedom. It might surprise you to learn that Cornelia and the Vestal Virgins are real people. These were actual women from. By the end of the season, Calla, Sarah Martins, finds her position enhanced as well. Her primary worry upon arriving in Rome as a humble Numidian trader was rescuing her 3 children who had been enslaved and had separated to work for separate owners. She settles into Tenex's household and becomes a valuable asset in the management of his gambling bar due to her exceptional intelligence and multilingualism. But her goals are still the same. She wants to rescue her daughter Aura, who is a slave in Tenex's home, by obtaining the post. At the conclusion of Those About to Die, Calla really betrays Tenex and hatches a plot with Antonia and Titus' mistress Berenice to show the emperor that Domitian and Tenex were betraying them. As Berenice is killed en route to Titus, Tenex finds out about Calla's betrayal. When he confronts her, though, she points out that despite having betrayed him, she had never lied to him. As a result, she is given even more authority over his gambling bar in addition to keeping her position in his home. The death of a Vestal during her service constituted the lone exception to these regulations. A Vestal's death would create a vacancy that may be filled by another woman. In theory, prepubescent girls and virgins were not required to be replacement Vestals. Replacement Vestals could be young widows or divorcees, however this was not officially sanctioned by the Roman government. See Cornell, Some Observations on the Crimen Incesti. Roman women could try to follow in Cornelia's footsteps and become a substitute Vestal, so gaining the authority or protection she possessed in Those About to Die. Due to their decades-long service, Vestal Virgins, especially women, were granted privileges that were not available to other Roman citizens. Vestals were not required to swear an oath in order to sign their wills or testify in court. They also possessed extremely significant documents. Vestals were granted first-row seats at the Roman Games, despite the fact that many Roman women were prohibited from participating. With only a quick look or touch, they could even pardon offenders, via Gallia, Vestal Virgins and their families. Ancient Classics. In general, Vestal Virgins represented the gods and Rome. In a sense, they were untouchable. They answered only to the highest-ranking Roman priest. Even the Flavian family of Those About to Die was powerless over them. Those About to Die is correct in this sense when it places Calla's hopes in Cornelia. She might be the only one who can free Aura, Jula, and Kwame because to her religious rank. Sources: Cornell, Some Observations on the Crimen Incesti, Beard, North, Price, Religions of Rome, Kroppenberg, Law, Religion, and Constitution of the Vestal Virgins, Gallia, Vestal Virgins and their families. Ancient Classics. Viewers are introduced to the vicious and corrupt underworld that surrounded Rome's gladiatorial displays during the rule of Emperor Vespasian and his sons in Peacock's new historical thriller, Those About to Die. The ensemble cast of Those About to Die, which contains storylines covering every sphere of Roman society from the slave trade and gladiators to the schemes of the most powerful political figures, is led by Sir Anthony Hopkins as Emperor Vespasian. Thanks for watching.